Hey guys, welcome to the Chatter After. In this video, we are fan casting the DC Universe. If you're seeing this message, that means this is a highlight, an edit of a previous live stream. The live stream you can go watch right now here on the channel in the little thing above my head and in the description down below. So what's going on here in these highlights is we're taking one character, one specific character that we are highlighting, right? We're showcasing the fan cast, the process that went into that, and you, the viewer, along with Jamie and Trevon, are voting on who had the best picks. The ones making those picks are myself, Didge, Joel, and AJ, who couldn't make it, but he did submit his list, and I've been reading it off as we go. We're gonna jump right into it, show already in progress, and talk about these characters and our fan castings for them in James Gunn's DC Universe. Thanks for watching. I guess we're gonna start off with the Dark Knight himself. Who's going to be Batman in The Brave and the Bold? This is a very different, at least that's what we think. We don't know much about the movie. We know this is a different take of Batman than what we've had since 1997. He has a Robin for the first time in 26 years. Not just the Robin, the entire Bat family. So very different from the Dark Knight, from the Batman. So this is an interesting pick. I want to start with you, Joel. Who's your choice to play Batman and why?
I chose someone I actually wanted for a long time. Ever since Ben decided to step down as Batman, I thought he would be a great choice. I think he fits the criteria, and he still fits the criteria considering I feel like this Batman will be slightly older than some of the rest of the characters. Not super old, but still older than maybe like Superman. And I mean, like in terms of like how long they've been on Earth.
Right.
So my choice was Jake Gyllenhaal. Was my choice for Batman. I think he fits, especially perfectly now at his age. I think he fits perfectly with the dynamic of the rest of the league. He's old enough, but not super old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his name is always attached to that character somehow, some way. So I'm like, it's time.
Are you literally writing notes, Trevon? I see you like look down. Oh, he's really studying. All right.
I'm just listening.
We're gonna make this fun. For those who's watching the playback, we're fan casting all of these in one shot.
Right.
You might be watching a Batman specific video. We're gonna make this fun. Trevon and Jamie don't have fan casts, but what if you guys figure it out? You talk amongst yourselves, and you pick which one's the best pick, and those are who we're gonna go with that represent the show at the end of all of this.
Okay, that works.
Make it fun. A small competition. You guys are judging for a reason now. There's stakes involved.
I didn't know that.
We had to sweeten the deal a little bit. But Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, is a fantastic choice. You're right. He has been attached to this character in a lot of fan casts for like 10 years now, it feels like. Even before Ben Affleck was cast. Like, people want him to be in Batman versus Superman. He's got that charm. He's got the face. I think he can play, like, seeing a lot of his movies, he can play both the playboy billionaire aspect, but can also go into that really dark and menacing place. But also his time and like his chemistry with Tom Holland in Far From Home, right? He also has that ability to play a little lighter, to have chemistry with a younger cast, which I think for this interpretation of Batman would work really well because he's got to play with a 10-year-old and he's got to deal with the rest of the Bat family, which are probably in their late teens, early 20s. So I think that alone also kind of helps his case here.
Right. That's why I thought about it that way. That's why I went with that character. Specifically with Jake Gyllenhaal, I felt like he fit the timeline of where we already have an idea of what Batman we're getting. And I wanted it to be somewhat different than what we already got with Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah.
And I feel like he will be slightly older than the rest of the cast and the current Batman.
For sure. Didge, any thoughts on Gyllenhaal?
It's a really good pick. I do think Joel's onto something with the age, but certain actors you can throw a beard or a mustache on them and they look older anyway. So no foreshadowing there or anything, but
Tom Holland, Batman.
But no, I think that's a phenomenal pick. I do think that he could for sure play Bruce or Batman.
Both.
Jamie, what about you?
I'm not big in the fan casting sphere, so to hear that like people are looking at Jake Gyllenhaal as a potential Batman candidate, I'm like, this is interesting because I think I've seen him in other projects, but the one that really sticks out in my mind is Far From Home. So I'm like, that does not give me Batman vibes, but it is so like eccentric, and he definitely is like two-faced in that project. I can see how it can apply to, having, instead of two faces, like two lives, or one is like, Bruce Wayne, the other is Batman. So I'm intrigued.
Sounds like you want him to play Harvey Dent, though.
It did.
That could
Take
be.
that as
That would fit as well.
I didn't
Take that as a
intentionally
work
do
against
that.
Take that as a win against them. Now I got to play to win.
Take it as you will.
Didge's competitive side is coming through, and it is scary. Trevon, you were taking notes. You were analyzing the situation. How you feeling about Gyllenhaal?
Brokeback Mountain.
I see what you did there. Okay. All right. I mean, that'd be interesting. But yeah, I wrote it down. I said, okay, Joel's Batman is Mysterio. So that's how I write stuff down. It'd be interesting to see, him do this role. He didn't come to mind when I think of Batman, to be honest. But I mean, he could do it, I guess. We don't know the take they're doing this time. Like, we've had so many different ones. We still have Robert Pattinson's in there right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they make them different. And this definitely would be a different way to go to differentiate from the other ones. So to me, it'd be cool to see.
Since Robert Pattinson, I'm like, I feel like I give anybody a shot at least.
I mean,
I was like not convinced when they first announced it was going to be him. So they definitely proved me wrong.
What was that movie that Gyllenhaal did? It was Nightcrawler. Yeah. Yes. That's a movie that comes to mind. I've never seen Prisoners.
Prisoners is amazing. Oh my God, watch Prisoners.
Never seen Prisoners.
Oh, there it is.
Actually, never seen Prisoners.
That's why I said it, because I saw that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, never seen Prisoners. I think I need to. I keep hearing about that movie a lot.
That would be, there you go. You want some Batman-esque features. Watch Prisoners.
Prisoners for sure.
Okay. I'll try that
Isaac
out.
in a past life has also said George Clooney needs to stay, but no, we're not doing
Good.
No.
Thank you, but no thank you.
That was a cute cameo. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
True. So AJ couldn't make it on the show, but he did submit his fan casting. So we're gonna go through his, and then Didge, we're gonna get to yours right after. So right. AJ wanted a Batman that is a very different fan casting. I have not seen this one before, so shout out to AJ for thinking outside the box. He's going with Glenn Powell as Batman, which interesting take. This is what AJ wrote down. I understand and can see Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan, and I can understand and can see Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan, but I want to see him expand his range as an actor, and I think he can pull off the Bruce Wayne Batman dynamic. The man already has the physique and looks down. He's not wrong. This is an interesting choice because, he's fan cast a lot as Hal Jordan, mainly because of Top Gun, probably because he already kind of played Hal Jordan there.
Yeah, easy fit, right? Yeah,
but Batman, I can see it. He's older than I anticipated, considering his breakout role was Top Gun last year. He's 34, I believe, which puts him a little bit older than David Corenswet as Superman, who's 29 right now. So by the time this movie films in 3-4 years, maybe, he would be in that older Batman range that we were probably looking for. What do you guys think about Glenn Powell as Bruce Wayne?
Don't like it.
Actually,
I got to be competitive, guys. It's not a bad, but I got to be competitive.
Okay.
He may or may not
don't be a hater.
Well, to be fair, I don't like it also because he may or may not be somewhere else on my list, and I get it. It's the home run pick to go that route, but I think it's the home run pick for a reason. Sometimes cliches are cliches for a reason.
True. He's popular choice for a lot of characters.
He has been, yeah.
Yeah, he's. I like him. I think he can play a lot of different roles. I don't know if he has to dark enough features, if that makes sense.
He seems too kind of fun loving.
Probably, yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't seen him, and that's because I haven't seen him in anything darker.
Also
Right.
fair.
It's the Pattinson effect, you know.
Yeah, just like you guys don't know Jake from anything darker. I've seen Jake go dark.
I have seen
Like, I've seen him do it. So it's different when you see a person go there. But Glenn Powell, I think, is probably a better fit for other characters in the DC universe. I do want him there. I just don't know if it's for Batman.
Yeah, I echo that sentiment. I don't get Batman vibes from him. Whereas Robert Pattinson, unlike Jamie, I have seen some of his indie films, and he did have that vibe that they kind of brought over into the Batman. I haven't seen anything from Powell's work that suggests he can be Batman. But I'm also going to be real. This might be controversial for me to say. Batman ain't that hard.
It's also fair.
Like, I
You
feel
don't
like,
gotta talk much.
yeah, I feel like most good actors could probably pull it off. I think that's why we've never really had a bad Batman. And from Michael Keaton down to Robert Pattinson, all of them have had they've done a good job representing the character, even if the scripts themselves haven't. You know, like I don't think Clooney or Kilmer were terrible Batman either, even if you want to argue that the scripts weren't great.
Right.
So I can see it, but yeah, he's not my first choice.
Right. Same.
Interesting.
I thought of more was like a Barry Allen to me.
Ooh, damn, Trevon.
Barry's not bad.
Damn, you
Trevon,
kind
you're
of
getting good at this.
That comment. Damn. I was gonna say like, give it a shot, but Barry Allen, I'm like, damn, you're right. But yeah, I'm not against it. Oh my gosh, my mom she's like, ask me what I want for dinner. But I could see him playing Batman because I feel like in some of the Batman cartoons that I've seen, like Brave and the Bold, Batman isn't always so like dark and brooding. So I think depending on the route they want to go, I think he could fit that. But you know, now that Barry Allen's been put in my head, I'm like, I do like that better for him. So I don't know, AJ. I don't know. I'm sorry.
AJ, get in the comment section whenever you can and defend your honor. Make this make sense.
That's one way to put it.
Didge, you had another unconventional choice for your Batman.
Did.
So explain yourself.
All right, look. So I just recently watched Elvis. And while I didn't like the movie.
Hold on. You didn't like the movie?
No, the movie
at all?
The movie was awful. But let me tell you, Austin Butler can put himself into a character. This man can change his whole persona. Because I've seen him in other stuff. But throughout the movie, the one thing I could say about it is that's Elvis. And I think he is a phenomenal actor. I think he can play the Bruce Wayne role. And I think that's something that we've been missing in our Batman for a long time, is that you can get whatever, but I feel like Bruce has not been the Bruce Wayne that you sort of get the feeling of. I get it. He's young. That's where my statement of, look, he can throw a little peach fuzz. He can have a 5 o'clock shadow, a beard and a mustache, or whatever you want to do. Some type of facial hair goes a long way in aging someone up. This movie's not gonna film for another 3 or 4 years. He'll already be a little older. I'm telling you, he could play a really good Bruce, and in the way that he can sort of put himself into a character and really embody that character, I think he'd play a good Batman overall.
Yeah.
I kind of want to hear Batman speak as Elvis now.
Oh God, no!
Because he got stuck talking like Elvis for a while, so I'm kind of curious, what would that be?
that shows how much he can put himself into a role, into a character. And Mike, you were muted. Sound like you were saying something, or looked like you were saying something.
No, I was just saying he couldn't break that accent. It was just funny.
That's how much it was in him. So that's what I
remember him from Shannara Chronicles too. I don't know if anybody ever watched that.
That was one of the things I saw him in.
Yeah, I watched half of that.
Was it Hannah Montana? It was one of the Disney Channel shows. That was the first time I saw him.
He was on iCarly too, I think.
He was on an episode of Arrow many years ago. Yeah.
He was obviously in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Didn't see that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You mentioned Arrow, Joel, and I'm sorry, I'm just getting Ollie vibes from this guy, which is close enough to Bruce vibes, I guess, to where it makes sense. But I don't know.
Not really. They're different characters. Like they're similar in a lot of other ways, but I don't know. Personality.
CW that.
The CW Arrow, maybe.
CW sure didn't think so.
Yeah, but they were trying to like replicate Batman. They weren't trying to stick to the Green Arrow that we know from the comic books.
Yeah.
He was way more of a smartass. You know. Look, I don't dislike the pick because I think Austin Butler's going to be somewhere soon. I have no doubt about it. Again, I just don't know if it's Batman.
That's
but
fair.
I haven't seen Elvis yet though, and I do want to. So maybe I'll do that, and maybe I'll change my mind. But
He transformed.
I heard.
Elvis.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, I see the trailer. The trailer look good. I'll check out the movie. But
Mannerism,
just to see his performance, sure.
That movie is great. Don't listen to this. That movie is great. Okay, I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Actually, wait, no, yeah, Trevon, it was great. I can't lose that vote.
Yeah.
I can't lose that vote.
Oh my gosh. Trevon, you loved Elvis. You loved him in Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see him as Bruce Wayne / Batman?
Bring him up again. I don't know.
Go.
I just,
Like, show him with darker hair. It's lighter hair.
There's other pictures that I see on Google. Like, I feel like it fits Bruce Wayne a little better.
Yeah, show him with darker hair.
This is what he actually looks like.
Sometimes he goes darker hair, you know.
For a movie. Yeah.
Yeah. This is his actual face. I mean, I could have got a picture of Elvis, but that wouldn't have fit.
So far, I will say that I might like him more for Batman so far out of the ones we've talked about. I mean, like you said, the way he transformed Elvis to me is like he really dedicates. So he'll get a voice. He'll do it. Like he'll really commit.
He'll bring that physicality to it.
See, I mean, yeah, and I feel like the seriousness of Elvis as well, like it feels like, oh, he can really do serious. Glenn Powell, I was talking about him earlier. That's why I said Barry Allen, because a little goofy to me. I don't know. I need to see. I guess I need to see him more stuff. Like, can he be like really serious? Right. That's only like. And
if it's that Chris Evans pick where everything you thought he was like funny until he did Captain America, and you're like, oh, wow, he can be serious when he wants to be. Right. And
you know. And Gyllenhaal, like we were talking about earlier, I've seen him do dark stuff. So it's like maybe I don't know if Batman needs to be that dark, but you know, we'll see. You know, I think this is the closest so far for me. Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts before we move on to my pick, the final Batman pick?
Okay.
I agree with Trevon. I think there's potential with Austin Butler. Yeah, he might be my number one pick so far.
Nice. Last Batman pick is mine. So this is one that you may have heard before. It's something that didn't really click with me until I saw this actor in a very specific role, because I didn't think they can do it. And then I saw them in that role. I'm like, oh yeah, they can definitely do this. I went a little bit older. I think I may have the oldest actor out of everybody here. And my pick is Jensen Ackles. Right?
Oh, I love Jensen.
I love Jensen Ackles. And I never thought of him as Batman. He would get picked as Batman in like a lot of fan casts. I'm like, no, I don't think I can see it. He's been voicing Batman in some of the animated stuff. Then he played Soldier Boy in The Boys, which it's not like Batman at all. But he brought he deepened his voice. He brought that physicality to it. He was able to play a superhero in a way I didn't think he can necessarily pull off. And so I think that can translate very well. I also like the idea of him being 10 years older than Superman. You know, I like, especially if we're, again, in the framework of what the DC universe is trying to build.
Right.
We're going with the established Bat family. Like if Nightwing is 20, Bruce needs to be in his late 30s, maybe early to mid 40s, right? Because Damian is, assuming that we don't skip Robbins, Damian's like the fourth sidekick he's had officially.
Right.
So I wanted to go a little bit older. And so I think Jensen Ackles was the one that stuck out to me right now. But what are you guys' thoughts?
I'll go first. Love this one the most.
Damn it.
So he is, after seeing him in The Boys, his like overly confidence that he had in there. Like,
Yeah.
he's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna do things, and somebody might get hurt. Whatever, it's fine. He was very. It fit for me. Like maybe his character like toned it down a little bit, and you got Batman.
Right.
I feel like
Don't make him a psychopath.
Yeah, turn down a little
Not
bit.
a killer, but yeah.
Yeah, turn down a little bit, and you got that persona that I feel like would fit. So I don't know. I like that. I do like the older. It'll for me it'll make sense for a Robin. Like I said, I have a problem with a child running around with Batman. Like I said that to you guys. Like that's why I was so used to. I know people hate Batman and Robin, whatever, but that made sense to me because I was like, it wouldn't make sense for a little kid to be running around with him. At least it's somebody that can make their own choices, run around with him. If this guy's older, it would make sense for him to have someone younger around, I guess. It'll fit better. Austin Butler is kind of young, so I don't know about a Robin. Like, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
could have had a kid early,
I mean, yeah, but the point is, if it's Dick Grayson, it's not a kid he had. Somebody.
No, but is Robin supposed to be Damian?
Well, did he say that?
Yeah.
Damian is Robin, but that's kind of my point. If Damian is here and all these other sidekicks already existed, he already had them.
Right.
Yeah, he can be Damian. Butler can be Damian.
Okay, now
he's got a gang of men, grown men running around. So yeah.
Now Austin Butler's kind of really out for me, because I didn't know it was Damian.
Yeah,
Damian is far ahead.
Maybe they're gonna mess up though and just say no. Damian's is only Robin. He never had another Robin.
Cancel this whole dang universe.
Yeah, exactly. See,
throw it away. Bring Snyder back.
I'm trying to win right now.
Everybody would be pissed. No, that won't work.
I want to win right now.
I honestly don't think Gunn.
He adopts a kid off the streets named Damian.
They also mentioned the Bat family will be in.
Gunn is not that bold to do that. He never had a Robin. It's only Damian. Oh my God, the uproar.
Look, facial hair can go a long way with me.
Not just being your fourth Robin or
yes,
whatever.
It can.
No. Now that I know that, it definitely is out. Austin Butler's out. Sorry. Yeah. No, I didn't know that. Too young.
That's why I went older. I didn't go as old as. It's not like they're
around the same.
Right, they're around the same
area. Yeah, but just Ackles fits the most people.
I mean, this pick, it just makes sense. He's already voiced, like you said, voiced it. It's been a popular pick for Batman for years. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of mad I didn't think about it. So to be honest, but I had just watched Elvis, and that performance was like, man, I could see him doing anything. So
recency bias gets the best of you, Didge.
Recency bias kicked my ass all over this list. So.
Oh man!
I mean, I hope all of them get something.
Yeah,
100%. So,
Jensen, I like Jensen. I like Jensen a lot. Because he's currently, and he does a great job voicing Batman currently. They have these animated movies, but that might be my one strike against him is that he's already voicing Batman. He's done. Yeah. He's more known for TV than movies.
Ooh, Joel.
But already
give him a chance. Give him a chance to do the movies, though.
I know, but he's like 40-something. It's just rare that it happens that way.
You might have pushed me on Mike's side because we think about this. James Gunn wants the actor to also be the voice actor. So I'm like, wait, he's already doing it.
Yes,
but James Gunn might want a clean break. He might want a clean break of all new doing all of that.
That's why he's already doing it. It's like it's very.
It's also an easy pick as well too. It might go over it easy.
I mean, there's probably a couple.
That'll go over the easiest.
Matt Bomer is currently the Flash, and we're gonna get to that later too. I'm just saying, it's very unlikely that they get both. So, but I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying if Jake's a really good actor. I can't imagine he can't do voice acting if that's what you're worried about.
So I'm sure Austin Butler can too.
Right. I can't imagine.
I know he's out because of the age, but I gotta keep trying to throw it up in there.
Yes.
But Jensen's great if that's the case. True.
Yeah.
I love Jensen.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal pick.
Slam dunk of a pick, if we're being honest. I kind of cheated there.
It's a very popular choice currently in the medium.
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we move to Wonder Woman?
Oh boy.
Brokeback Mountain.
Mm-mm.
Elvis, Trevon. Elvis. Remember, it was a phenomenal movie.
Sure, Brokeback then.
Just Ackles and the boys. Let's see.
Did he do anything? Was he naked?
Make a movie. Make the movie. The Button.
I can probably Google it, probably find something.
Make the movie The Button. Jensen Ackles as Batman coming face to face with Anthony Starr as Reverse Flash.
Oh my god.
Oh, that would be amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And click the notification bell, right? You gotta make sure you're aware of when we're going live. Again, it's every Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If there's any topics, any news topics, any fan castings, again, any fun topics like this you want us to do, let us know in the comments below. If you want us to do things like the Justice League Dark, the Titans, the Teen Titans, we can do stuff like that. We can go to the Marvel side. We can talk about who we want to play the Fantastic Four, since that apparently will never get cast, it seems like. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey. And if you want to watch the full live stream, link in the description down below. You won't miss a thing. There's some exclusive stuff in that stream that is not making it into these highlights, so you may want to check that out so you don't miss them. All right, guys. Thanks again. Keep watching movies. Peace.